I came across this name, Mai Chau, when I was doing my research on beautiful green rice fields in northern Vietnam, but not so touristy. And someone said that apparently Mai Chau is like the next Sapa, and Sapa is a very well-known destination in the north. It's beautiful. There are beautiful rice fields there. But the difference between Mai Chau and Sapa is the fact that Mai Chau is only about 100 kilometers from Hanoi, so it's way easier to access it. And since I am focusing only on northern Vietnam on this trip, as you know, I started in Hanoi, then I went to Cat Ba, then I spent a long time in Ninh Binh. If you saw my last vlog, you might know that I found a little street cat that needed a surgery, so I brought it to an animal clinic and, you know, paid for his surgery, and then ended up staying in Ninh Binh for way longer because I wanted to see the cat. Anyways, but I also absolutely loved the Ninh Binh. It was amazing. However, Ninh Binh is definitely way more touristy than here. Mai Chau, oh my god. I arrived here yesterday, but I can already tell that this is a completely different story. Like, it's so quiet here. Like, I'm the loudest person here as usual. I'm always like the loudest person wherever I go, to be fair, but so I'm staying at this place called Little Mai Chau Homestay, and I have my own little hut overlooking this beautiful rice paddy. I mean, this place is absolutely dreamy, so beautiful. The mission number one is coffee. I already had one cup of Vietnamese coffee this morning when I had breakfast, and by the way, the breakfast here was so nice. They made like really nice pancakes with fruits for me, but we all know that one cup of Vietnamese coffee is not enough for me. I need multiple cups of, especially Vietnamese coffee, because the coffee is so good here.
Your eyes tell me that you don't want to leave just yet. No,
Get my coffee, and also a whole bowl of condensed milk, which is not so good because now I'll eat the whole bowl of condensed milk because I fucking love it so much. Mai Chau is very different to what I've seen before because the landscape here is quite different because of the mountains, and I know you cannot see them that well right now, unfortunately. We are in the valley now, so what makes this place really beautiful is the fact that you have the rice fields in the valley and then you have all these mountains. Unfortunately, the visibility is not great today. Partly can be fog, but partly it's the burning season here in Southeast Asia. So burning season is basically the time of the year when farmers burn the remains of their what's the remains of the stuff that they have, and you know, that's their livelihood. That's the way it works here. However, unfortunately, it does create a lot of pollution. Mai Chau is definitely a very upcoming destination, and it's not really a place where you come if you're looking for a more active break. There are not that many activities available here. It's more of a place where you come to just be in nature and like sip Vietnamese coffee and relax. As I was walking around, sometimes it honestly felt like I was the only person there. And after very touristy Cat Ba and Ninh Binh, this felt like being in a completely different universe, definitely more authentic than all the other places I've seen so far in Vietnam. But unfortunately, as you can tell, the air quality was getting worse and worse as the day progressed. When I was having coffee in the morning talking about burning season, it was still not so bad because I guess it was early and they didn't start to burn yet. But later in the day, it got much worse. What you see right now is not a filter. My camera was definitely not exaggerating it. It really felt like the whole world just turned yellow. You know, I don't even feel like I'm on Earth anymore. I feel like I'm in some sort of like surreal universe where everything is so like mystical. And it's definitely the smoke. I mean, they're burning something back there. The sun, look at the sun, so orange. Where is it? There it is, up in the sky where it usually is. I do find it so hard to believe right now that we're only 100 kilometers from Hanoi. And Hanoi is such a hectic and busy city. And this is one of the most peaceful places I've ever been to. It's still, for me at least, it feels very authentic. This is 100% the least touristy place I've visited in Vietnam. Not only here in the north, but in general. Like, it's just very quiet here. Look at this scene. So I guess the cat and the chicken are friends and the puppy is bothering them. Maybe the puppy wants to be friends too. But no Pops. Cat already has a best friend, and that's the chicken. Okay, bye, I'm gonna go. It is around 5 p.m. now, which means about an hour to 6 p.m. which means an hour to my official dinner time. No, I'm joking. I'm an adult, so I eat dinner whenever I want, which is usually at 6 p.m. So I walked over to the village to see what it looked like before I continue my journey of searching for the place where I will have dinner. It is quite busy here, but I personally really like exploring the towns slash villages as well. I'm just absolutely fascinated by the fact how much is happening here on the streets. There's just so much happening. Like, I don't even know what's happening, but things are happening. So that looks like a local market, so I want to go and check it out if I can cross the street. As we all know by now, crossing the street in Vietnam, it can be a tricky thing. Okay, I made it. So you can get some Paris Balenciaga t-shirts here. It just looks like they have a lot of clothes. I certainly do not need more clothes because I'm traveling with a carry-on and I already bought clothes in Ninh Bình, which I cannot fit in my backpack. I had to like carry another plastic bag full of clothes when I was coming here, which is ridiculous. I'm trying this thing. I have no idea what it is, but I decided to be adventurous and try it. Okay, so I just bought something. I have no idea what I bought. But it's eatable. I saw other people eating it on the street, so I thought if they can eat it, I can eat it too. I do not know if there's meat inside because we could not communicate, and I do not like meat, as you know. But let's try it. It looks funny. It looks like a bun. It's not meat, but I also don't know what it is. I do see glass noodles though. I have no fucking idea what I'm eating. So I got so inspired by this bun. It was actually really good. I just ate it. That I'm getting more street food. Luckily, one thing that I have is strong stomach. I never get sick. Like, I do get not, you know, stomach sick. Okay, so we'll see if I will be equally lucky with this one. Absolutely no idea what it is. The outside is very crunchy. It's like chips. And I also got some vinegar in this bowl, so. This is my lucky day again. No meat. And also glass noodles and like cabbage and carrot, I see. What is today? So I just found a perfect coffee spot for tomorrow. Look at this. How nice is this? I actually had dinner here last night, but it was dark, so I couldn't see anything. Maybe I will sit here for a bit now because I don't really have anything better to do anyways. So I do, I can work. Can you hear this sound? I think if you can hear the sound, you probably know what's coming now. I decided that I cannot leave Mai Chau without seeing Galao waterfall. So right now I'm hiking down to see the waterfall, and I'm so excited that I actually did it. It's early, it's 8 a.m. I am actually leaving Mai Chau today. I'm going back to Hanoi. And yesterday I was considering seeing the waterfall, but I was told by the locals that apparently it's not worth it because it's dry season now. Which you can clearly see when you look at the nature. I mean, clearly, I don't know, it still looks quite green, but it is dry season, so the waterfall is apparently not as impressive. But already from what I can see now, this is like impressive enough for me. I think there's just something very special about nature and places like that. Like, I could literally sit here and stare at the water forever and just listen to the sound. I do understand that maybe locals who are used to like better waterfalls and during the rainy season, I heard that this can be like 5 times bigger. So I totally get that then your expectations are so much higher and this is not like impressive for you. But I think if you're coming from Europe like me, this is already like impressive enough.